Sakamoto days?
Sakamoto days.
How'd you feel? Episode 3.
3. So last week we talked about like what is possibly going wrong with Sakamoto days, and I came to the realization that the reason I said it feels soulless to me, I was like, it feels hollow as a story. And I realized the reason that it felt hollow as a story to me is because episode 1 adapts chapter 1. Episode 2 adapts chapter 4 through like 7-ish.
Right.
It's like 4, 5, 6 are episode 2. They skip straight up chapter 2 and chapter 3 of the manga.
Yeah.
And they kind of go back and touch on it. Like, you know that moment where Taro jumps for his wife off the cliff? That is completely different in the manga. Like, that moment is shown 100%. Like, and like he tries to give her a gift and there's blood on it, and she's like, oh, you're not allowed to kill. Like, everybody has somebody that matters to them, kind of thing. But that happens. That story is told to us because in the beginning of the episode, when she's like, if you're killing again, divorce. divorce, like divorce.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was a long word to spell out loud. And after that, she goes like grocery shopping or something, and her bus gets jacked.
Yeah.
And so Taro and Shin have to go like stop these bus jackers, and like Taro is like trying, like he's doing the whole thing in like a girl mask.
People jack buses?
People like there's like 3 or 4 bus jackers that are like I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. I don't remember exactly, but he has to like he takes like a stop sign and he jams it into the ground and like stops a bus with it. And it's like this whole crazy sequence that shows the beginning of Shin and Taro's relationship. It shows like, and then like at the end, like Taro saves his wife and she's like, I never feel like the bus jacker's like, aren't you afraid? And she's like, no, because he's coming for me. And it's like a cool like exposition to their relationship. And then on top of that, the next chapter 3 introduces a pretty important character called Officer Nakase. And it's just like, we're skipping a lot of the hijinks of Sakamoto days to just get to like the big plot points. We're getting to like hey, here's where Shin is introduced. Here's where Lu is introduced. And now it's like, here's where Nagame, the guy, the transformer, the guy who turns into Taro in the beginning of this episode.
Oh, yeah, the shapeshifter.
Yeah, Nagamo. I think it's Nagamo. Like, they're just getting to all these points where they can introduce all of these characters. What, do you need to leave soon?
No.
Oh, you've checked your watch and clock like 3 times. You looked there, and then you looked there.
I looked at chat,
Yeah.
I turned off my screen, and then I looked at my watch.
Nice, good. Got all the screen.
Yeah.
You went big to little, all the way down. So they're just getting to all of the important points where like, they're trying to treat it like a straight up shonen. And the thing is, it's not like what makes Sakamoto days great. Like, yeah, there's good action. Yeah, the assassins are cool. But like at the end of the day, at its core, it is just a story about a retired assassin who gets brought back in, which is a trope that's done so often in media that both Family Guy and Rick and Morty have made jokes about it.
Right.
Like it's the son of a bitch I'm in kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so Sakamoto days just being boiled down to that story and taking the personality and the fun and the jokes out of it is why it felt soulless. This episode was fun, but I'm not going to sit here and say that it looks good.
Wow.
I like the animation. I like the animation. I do the art styles fucking with me. But yes, the latter half of this episode is a lot of fun.
Well, beginning of this episode, I wasn't really into it.
Yeah.
And then I started having a bit of a blast.
Yeah.
When he was fucking like in the bunny suit and
in the sugar suit.
Yeah, he's in the sugar suit, and Mr. Sakamoto's like teaching him or like coaching him on how to beat this guy.
Yeah.
That's really cool. In the very beginning, when the shapeshifter shows up, he's like, hey, is something weird with Mr. Sakamoto? I've never heard him talk this much.
Yeah.
He talks as much every goddamn episode.
Yeah.
It's my biggest complaint.
That everyone says that he doesn't talk, and then he talks.
He's so chatty.
Yeah,
he talks
is
so
very chatty.
much.
Like it's like even in this episode, like he's like doing a fair amount of talking. Like, it's not even just Shin reading his mind. He's just chit chatting.
Yeah.
He's just absolutely chit chatting. Like this is a very heavy Taro Sakamoto episode, and like that's not like he is a fun character. He's not the most interesting character in the story. Like Nagamo, Shin, Lu are more interesting characters. But yeah, this is definitely a heavy on the chit chatting episode.
Yeah.
You want him to be fucking strong stoic type.
I want him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know.
He's way funnier if
Are you
he
still
does
watching
that.
the dub?
Yeah, I watched it this time. I'm gonna swap because it's bad.
The
but
dub is not good.
yeah, it's really bad.
The dub is not. The sub is actually a lot of fun. The sub is very, very good.
What else? Yeah, I enjoyed it towards the end, but otherwise it's I don't know, it's still a mid show.
Yeah. I think this universe is the GOAT of casual magic though. You love casual magic, and Nagamo just showing up and being a guy who can change his face into other people's faces, and then they just never explain it. And then like Lou goes to ask Shin about like how he's able to read minds, and it gets cut off. Like they just never explain how some people are just fucking magic in this universe.
Yeah, it is really weird. It's just like the John Wick world.
Yeah.
Where it's just like assassins kind of run everything.
But in this world, somehow the guy who doesn't have any magic powers is the greatest assassin of all time.
Yeah.
Like objectively, he shouldn't be. The guy who can turn into other people should be the greatest assassin of all time.
That's so true. That's so entirely fair.
Like,
Turn into his wife. You won't see it coming.
Dude, just stab him a bunch. Also, why is no one just shooting Sakamoto in the head? Why is everybody trying to sneak up behind him dressed as a janitor and stab him in the spine? Just snipe this dude.
I think they've tried to shoot him in like episode 1.
Did they?
Yeah, everyone was shooting at him, and he was like blocking it with chopsticks.
Of course, but like that's because he saw the guns.
Also,
I'm saying put a fucking Barrett 50 cal a mile from him and lace him with a supersonic bullet.
That's fair. What's his face? The main guy tried shooting him, and he blocked it with candy.
Yeah, I mean, he also blocked a bullet with his glasses in this episode.
True, that was wild.
But he's seeing all these guns. He's getting hints about all these guns coming. I'm saying just set up fucking Chris Kyle a mile and a half away and just lace this guy out. It's only by the way, how much do you think 1 billion yen is?
I don't know, $4.
It's $10 million.
Okay.
Would you try and kill Taro Sakamoto for $10 million?
10 million?
Yeah.
Does that have to be him?
Yeah, I mean, the bounty is on his head.
Probably not. No one survives. It's like
the thing is, everyone survives.
Well, everyone survives. Yeah, then I take a crack at it.
I'd be throwing my body at him every other day.
That's fair.
I'm like, he stabbed me where none of my arteries were. He very specifically didn't try to kill me.
That's fair.
I'd be throwing pipe bombs into his convenience store every day.
Yeah.
I'd be kidnapping his family.
Yeah, just bar the windows and throw a bomb in there.
I'd be his Joker, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be chasing after him.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wouldn't know what to do when I caught him. After that, I said, do you think the pizza assassin makes the pizza?
Dude, my note for the pizza assassin, first off, probably not. I wonder if he just orders a pizza.
And then it's just
then it goes.
But then unfortunately, he's only ever important when somebody orders a pizza.
Yeah.
So does he have to circumvent, he's like, oh, they ordered pizza. Now is my assassination window?
No, yeah, he must be a pizza delivery service.
Yeah, it's but he's the only pizza guy. What if you call Domino's?
He's a pizza man. Well, he waits, he hopes.
He hopes.
That's why he's a pizza man, because his reviews have to be so good
that he hopes that his targets order his pizza at some point.
Yeah.
What a fucking nightmare.
He has to raise the chance of other people ordering his pizza.
He needs to become a national pizza chain, but he is the delivery guy.
I was going to say, what a missed opportunity to not make the pizza assassin a racist caricature.
Oh, just deeply Italian.
Just a big, Mamma Mia, Sakamoto.
I mean, he did try to kill him with pizza cutters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they were halfway there.
I wanted the accent.
That's just broken English. Not even Italian, just broken English. That'd be awesome. I said, I got questions. I said, I like the idea that this trip for, let's take that from the top. I like the idea that for this family trip to Disneyland, the 2 employees who could run the shop had to come.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh yeah, shut the whole shop down. We just hired 2 additional people for our family business. But yeah, don't have them run the shop or anything.
Yeah, I don't know how this shop stays afloat.
Yep. And Lou's just running interference. Shin's doing all the heavy lifting. Shin's killing dudes.
Yeah.
Shin is fighting a guy on top of a roller coaster.
That was the other thing. Shin jumping off the roller coaster and then jumping onto a different part and grabbing that guy.
Yep.
Fucking awesome.
Shooting his restraining thing out. Yeah.
All that was spectacular. I like how there's a bit where he falls. He falls from a 200-foot drop, lands right on his spine on the roller coaster, whatever, the track. And then he hits his spine, grabs onto the railing. He's like, whew, that was close.
Yeah, and he's just gripping 1% of that pole.
Close to what? You fucking would have survived that fall if you survived the one you just did.
No, he's a superhuman. He's actually superhuman. I mean, he can read minds, but he also, he falls several hundred feet.
Yeah.
And he lands on the guy down on the ground after tackling him off their roller coaster battle.
Yeah.
What? When he laughs,
just looks so weird sitting.
Yeah, right. Doesn't he look like a dude?
Yeah, it does look like a dude.
He sits like a dude. It makes me so happy, and he's really chill about it too. He actually
just got this weird face about it. I don't know.
We do this almost every night. This is how we sit on the couch almost every night.
He's so I don't know. He looks so forlorn. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders.
He does. He just kind of he goes slack body.
Yeah.
He just loses all tensile strength.
Well, just his face is so it's just It's been so hard lately.
He's getting pouty. We're talking about Wagyu. He's in my lap, by the way. And my final note was: is there no goddamn security in this park? Everyone's just pulling out not only pistols, silenced pistols.
I know. Well, when he pulled out a gun to like shoot his own restraint, I was like, I guess it wouldn't be hard to bring a gun onto a roller coaster. They don't check.
No, but they check before you get into the
I guess so, yeah.
You go through a metal detector.
Yeah.
I thought when he pulled out the gun, he was like, I can't get him. It just like blows his brains out. I can't deal with this failure.
Because he's like freaking out. He's like, Mr. Sakamoto, there's a guy. The guy just gets up and he's
like,
crawling.
Persona. Didn't work.
He's like, I can't let him down.
Yeah. Didn't work. And then also I said in this show, this like Sugar fights a bad guy show. Why is Sugar getting Glocks pulled on him out at this Disneyland show?
I also thought that. I was like, wow, thank God this was a combat heavy showing. Otherwise, it'd be real.
Also, shout out to that MC.
Yeah.
Just like absolutely improvising and rolling through with it. That or Shin just went bar for bar with what the show notes were already going to be.
Shin's just like, thank God I love this show.
Yeah, I've fucking been here a dozen times.
I love if afterwards, like, Shin, like, gives the costume back and that dude just gets chewed out by his boss. Like, what the fuck was that?
You made our MC improvise. She was sweating over here. I also, that show ends with Sugar getting his throat slashed, you realize, right? like everyone's, yay, Sugar won. I was like, Sugar has no carotid artery anymore.
Yeah.
That was very fun. Cool. That is everything we got. I think, right?
Do you have news?
Yes, I actually do.